Hello, hello. I'm caught in a bit of a time warp here. Just gonna wait for people to hop on. And brush my hair, clearly. Hi, Christy. I'm just gonna finish brushing my hair here because I'm very behind. Hi, Rena. It's been a strange day. I feel like I'm like stuck in some kind of weird time warp. How are you guys? Say hello when you jump on. Not seeing any comments. Oh, there we go. Hello, hello. Do you guys have your pen and papers ready? This is a big one. A friend of mine just took me through this exercise, and it kind of coincides with all this neurolinguistics programming and cognitive behavioral therapy stuff that I am learning. So I really wanted to share it with you guys. I was gonna wait, but I just couldn't. I couldn't wait. So I'm seeing 3 people here. I still need to invite people. Oh, I see Chris. Chris, could you possibly invite people while I finish brushing my hair? We miss you, Chris. Okay. There we go. Let me just invite some people. Sure, no problem inviting. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. It's a lot of people to invite now. I won't let you invite. I wonder why. Hi, Sandra. Okay, so we got 4 people. I know I changed the time, so I kind of screwed everybody's plans up for joining. Let's try and get some more people on here. Sandra! How are you, lovely lady? We're going to get started in a bit, and everybody else can kind of watch the replay. Because I have some plans later that I would like to do, so I kind of rearranged and figured that it would help The East Coasters only share in Messenger. I don't know why it does that sometimes. That's so strange. It's like, who wants to send out messages like that? Okay, I made it to J. Alright, so let's get started, you four. This should be a lot easier, actually, than having a whole bunch of people on here. So I hope you have pen and paper. Not to specific people who are in the group. Oh, that's weird. Oh. Probably because it's not your video. I'll just finish up. I'm almost done. Okay, I'm almost done here, you guys. Thank you for your patience. I just want to make sure everybody gets an invite, that's all. It's only fair. Or as many people as I can. Okay, finish the alphabet. Okay, so you four, if you could tell me that you have your 2 pieces of paper and a pen. Oh, Rena's ready. Rena's ready! This is a good one, Rena. So we got 1 yes. So pen and paper, let me know when you have pen or paper. Pen and paper ready, so that's 2. This is a fantastic exercise. I felt like I knew what my driving needs were. You know, at a logical standpoint, I was like, I already know myself. You know, I've done a lot of healing. I had a lot of ego in the way. When we went through this exercise, I was actually, I'll share mine when we're done. I don't want to convolute anything. I may not be able to do the exercise. I'm in the middle of making dinner and taking care of some things, but here holding space to show support. Thank you, Chris. Excited for this exercise. Okay, so I've got 2 of you that are willing to do the exercise now. I see Sandra is not able to hear me. Oh, you are able to hear me now? Okay, so we've got 3 people here. So we're going to first sit down and we're going to take some deep breaths. And we're just going to call in Archangel Michael to please cleanse our virtual space, surround us all in your protection, while you're letting in love, light, high intentions, and high vibrations. Please dissolve all lower level frequencies and vibrations and cut all hooks, ties, cords, and attachments. Please help us set our ego, critical and rational mind to the side for these exercises and allow the flow to happen so that we may learn our specific driving needs for our highest and best interest. We're now going to take some deep breaths in through the nose out through the mouth. And we're just going to imagine our crystalline, beautiful, sparkling white light coming from the divine above, and it's going to flow into our crown chakra. And as it flows through our chakras and down through our body, it's going to cleanse and clear anything that's kind of in the way or hampering our energy flow, so that we can be in our highest vibrational state for this exercise. So as it goes from our crown chakra, it's going to kind of go down to our third eye, cleansing and clearing, make its way down to our throat, really clearing and cleansing that area, so that we may speak our truth not only out loud but mentally to ourselves, and really get into this exercise down to our heart, really cleansing and clearing, opening up that heart space so that it shines this beautiful green and pink light out from it, down to our solar plex, really cleansing and clearing, allowing us to get into our identity, down to our sacral, cleansing and clearing the energy field there, down to our root, really energizing our root, helping us ground. That energy is going to split and go down our legs, through our hips, to our thighs, to our knees, flowing down to our calves, letting out any tension in our body that's been built up over this week. Through our feet, and out through our feet into the beautiful Mother Earth. And it's going to continue going through the layers of the earth, picturing each different layer of different time periods that this earth has experienced, down, 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 right to the core, to the crystalline caves, and really like take your roots, that energetic root, and just latch on, really creating a bond with Mother Earth. And Mother Earth in return is going to take all of those energies that you're sending down through your feet, through this cord that you have, and cleanse, clear, and transmute it, and send up beautiful cleansing and healing energy. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes and take another deep breath, and kind of just, give yourself a little shake. I want us to be grounded for this exercise, because I feel like this is a very powerful exercise. Okay, so for this exercise, I'm not going to get too much into the psychological parts of it, but what this exercise is designed to do is to show you almost like core values. So not even a value, like a core drive. We all have these like specific needs that have to be met in order for us to feel fulfilled in any area of our life, in our relationship, in our work, in our home life, in our friendships. All of these are psychological drives that we have. So what I didn't realize was this exercise will show you, it's usually about 1 to 6, depending on who you are these needs that absolutely drive you to a specific point. One of them I'm going to share, for me, is control. Now, some of our experiences from childhood are going to help establish these drives, because that's when we're building our psyche. For the most part, is from 1 to about 7 years old is when we're really being shaped by our families, by our experiences, our morals, our values, all those kind of things. So if we've experienced anything, some of us will have the control as a driving factor. For me, it extends so far as I tend to read books, and you would think that this wouldn't be like tied together, but it completely is when you really get into the psychology of everything. So I tend to read books a lot, and I'll read half of a book and I'll put it down. When I put it down, I move on to another book and then I'll go back. And I just discovered recently that that is tied to my control. It's like a subconscious thing that I do. Like, I'm not ready to finish this book. I'm in control, so I'm going to put the book on the shelf. Hi, Johnny. So make sure you have your two pieces of paper and a pen. We just kind of did a quick grounding exercise. So if you want to take a few deep breaths and get yourself really connected to Mother Earth and grounded for this exercise, getting your ego, critical and rational mind to the side, we'll move forward with this. But basically what I'm getting down to is, you know, these driving factors affect everything in such a deep manner that it's even in the books that I read and how I read books and how I focus in every single part of my life. So, hello. Thanks for hopping on, you guys. So we're just about to get started. So everybody that has their pen and paper, if you want to take out the first paper, we're going to take our life and we're going to divide it by 3. So I'm 34. So about every 11 years, so 22 to 33, 34 is going to be my first. So you're going to count from your age and about however many years back to make your life into 3 different parts. So that first part is what we're going to focus on first. So that's what you're going to write down as those ages on your piece of paper. For me, it's 22 to about 34. And underneath that, I want you to think about 3 different instances in your life where you felt fulfilled and successful. Mostly successful. So what, like, you felt proud, successful, all those kind of feelings in this instant. And I like you to write down that one at a time. The first one, I'd like you to write down the instant. It doesn't have to be this big, long explanation. But what you want to do is have a good, clear picture of that, like, moment in your life that you felt really successful and proud. Sometimes this can be, not an easy exercise. So if I'm moving too fast, I just need you guys to let me know so I can slow down, because I've already physically done it. So as you're writing down the first instant, I want you to write down 3 words that sum up that experience. How you felt. What are the feelings that you felt? Hi, Malia. Thank you for stopping in quickly. I see you guys kind of hopping on and off. I hope it's not my internet. So when you guys have done the first three, let me know, and we'll keep going. Now remember, there's no pressure, there's no ego in this. It could be big exercises, it could like big moments, it could be small moments. It's whatever you felt successful in. It's not what you think that everybody else should find you successful feeling and proud. It's what you genuinely felt proud, successful, happy, any one of those. All right, Meredith has finished 3 instances in the the last third of her life. I'm just going to put a sweater on. I'm kind of chilly. Alright, so we got 2 dones. Wow, you guys are done way faster than I was. I struggled through this because I have a hard time when I'm put on the spot. Even if it's my own self that's putting me on the spot. We got 3 dones. And don't worry, you guys, there's no rush. I don't want you guys to be rushing through this. If you're like me and you needed time, then that's fine. There's no pressure. We're all here to hold space for each other. You did look too cute with the yeah, thank you. Thank you, Annie. You've been chasing Grayson. Okay, we got Rena's done. I think that's everybody. Sandra, are you still here? Are you still working on it? Anybody just hopping on now? We are just writing down. We're dividing our life into 3 different parts. The last part is from our current age backwards. And we're going to take... I got distracted and missed the beginning. That's okay. We're literally just getting started. So what we're doing is we're dividing our life by 3 so that we can divide our life into thirds. So the last third, which is, you know, our age now, backwards, we're thinking of 3 different instances, and we're going to write them down on paper of times that we felt proud, happy, successful, and we want 3 different points in our life between those ages that we felt so. No judgments, no, doesn't have to be extravagant. It's whenever you just felt that feeling. And underneath that instant, you don't have to write the whole entire experience out, just something that's going to help jog your memory of the instance. And then underneath that, I want you to write 3 different feelings that you felt in that instance. Whether it be proud, whether it be grateful, whether it be empowered, whatever those words are for you, you're going to write them underneath those 3. So now we're going to move on to the next third. So 3 more instances with 3 more feelings underneath each instance. Hi, Ollie. Ollie. And Lisa Marie, what you missed was a quick grounding exercise, which was really actually very, very quick. Just bringing the light down, bringing our roots down into the center of the earth, really grounding us and getting us into this. Forgive me, I haven't eaten. I went into this weird time vortex cleaning. There's no rush. Absolutely no rush. We're all willing to hold space and wait. Nobody gets left behind in these exercises. I'm not trying to rush through it. So take your time and you tell me when you've caught up. Are we making columns? No, you're just writing down. We're going backwards. So the most recent instant that you had, another one behind that. So you're writing them down. As you're writing them, you're going to write, you know, so my most recent, I would say, was finishing my Reiki. So becoming a Reiki teacher. I felt, you know, that was my instance. So underneath that, I'm going to write, I felt proud. I felt accomplished. I felt worthy. These are all feelings that I felt in that instance. And then I'm going to move backwards. Another one was when I bought my Reiki table. I felt really proud. That was a successful moment for me. I felt grateful. I felt worthy again. It's okay if things repeat. Bye, Malia. I just wrote accomplish. Of course you did, Twinny. Figured it out, you think. We're just going to give Lisa some time to catch up here. Remember, there's no judgments. I really, because I did this in person with a friend of mine, I struggled because I don't like feeling put on the spot. Even though I was the one putting myself on the spot, wanting to go through the exercise, I still had somebody sitting there waiting for me, and I felt a lot of pressure. And when I feel a lot of pressure like that, I tend to shut down. So I struggled a little bit through this exercise. So can't see video help, please. Do I need to join? Probably. If you go to the compassion calling, I have my computer and I can let you in now. I'll just go to the page now. I'll have to catch the replay. Hubby lifted the ban that I can go to this healing type festival, and I'm supposed to meet a friend there at 4. Alright. Okay, who still needs time on the second part of the life writings? If you could just let me know so I'm not moving on. Yes, I was going to come on a date, but I got a little distracted this afternoon. I was supposed to go hiking and I had all these plans, and I started cleaning and I got into this weird time warp, and I'd like to go do something this evening, and I didn't want to not be able to go to a movie or something. That was the second part. That was the second part about Jennean. What was the second part about? The second part is the same thing. So you're going to look at that time in your life. Now that you've divided your life by 3, you know about how many years that you're going to be going backwards. So we just went backwards. For me, it's 11 years. So I went back 11 years. I thought about 3 instances in those 11 years, and I wrote them down. So the second part is the next 11 years, you're going to think of another 3, and you're going to do the 3 feelings that you felt underneath that. So same thing, and then we're going to do it again. So for those of you that are ready, you're going to go back another however many years it is for you. And we're literally going back as far as we possibly can. It gets harder because as we get younger, the instances can feel a little silly, but at the same time, this is when we're truly shaped with these feelings. So we really want to do our effort to feel, instances where we felt successful, happy, proud, those kind of feelings, and write down 3 different instances. So for those of you that are still on the second one, that's fine, keep going. For those of you that are ready, go back until you're as far as you can possibly go. Some of my earlier ones was going to Butterfly World with my grandparents, things like that. What some of you might notice as you're doing this exercise and you're writing down 3 words, you might start a theme happening, which is, that's fine. I better not eat a pound of dried fruit or my tummy's going to hurt later. So for me, thinking about the last third of my life, the beginning, going to Butterfly World with my grandparents, what did I feel? I felt fulfilled. I felt important. And I felt worthy. And just let me know as you're done, and then we'll move on to the second part. Okay, it looks like my comments are glitching out here. The questions are taking your life, dividing it into 3, and you'll get a number, and that's how many years you're going to go back in 3 parts in your life. So the first part is from today back however many years that is. For me it's 11 years. So between now and 11 years back is the first part of this exercise. So in between that period, you're going to be thinking of 3 instances where you felt successful, proud, and happy. 3 different times in your life in that time period, and you're going to write them down. And as you write them down, you're going to write down feelings like, I felt proud, I felt important, I felt worthy, I felt not necessarily successful, feelings that you were feeling. Sorry, I'm here feeding little ones. That's okay. Then you're going to move on and go back another however many years it is. For me it's 11, so I go back another 11 years, and I think of that time period, and I think, reflect in my life in those periods from 22 back 11 years, what it was that went on that made me proud and I felt successful in. And I write down the 3 instances. And once I've written down the 3 instances, I write down, key words that I felt in those moments. Will there be important, pride, gratitude, worthiness. I don't want to give too many keywords because it needs to come from you, what you genuinely were feeling in those time periods. And then from 22 to 11 or 10, from 10 to birth, I think about another 3 different instances where I felt successful, happy, or proud, and I write them down. As you get, younger, it gets a little bit more challenging because, our life is pretty simple. Or for some of us who have, went through a lot of trauma as a child, it can be hard to think of, instances where we felt, happy, proud, and successful. At least for me, that's what it was. It was hard. But, in all hard times, there is always some good times. So focusing on that until you've done your whole life, and you can let me know. So you just let me know when you've done all 3 parts of your life and you're ready to move on. Whole life done. Good job. Okay, 2 dones. done. Awesome. All right, so we got 3 done. Who else is, hi Harley. Who else is still working? I'm fantastic. How are you feeling, hon? Okay. I think we're good. Does anybody need some more time? If you could just comment if you need more time. Oh, Sandra's done. Oh, you guys are fast. This took me a couple hours. Still much pain after surgery, nosebleeds today, trying to stay positive. Or you're going to get through it, hun. And you'll feel so much better. We're doing a driving needs psychology. I guess it's kind of like a test, but not really. That helps determine what your driving needs are. We've kind of already started the whole first, so we're about halfway through now. But if you want to still try to catch up, what we're doing is we're dividing our life by 3. So how old you are by 3. And you're going to think of those 3 windows of your life. So starting from this age backwards, you're going to, for me it's 11 years. So I'm going to think 11 years back. And in between those 11 years and my age now, 3 instances in my life that I felt successful, happy, and proud. And I'm going to write it down. And when you don't have to do details of the whole situation, just something that kind of helps you think of that moment. And then underneath that sentence, you write the feelings that you were 3 different feelings. And you're going to do that for each third of your life until as far back as you can possibly think. Okay, Meredith's done. So it sounds like we're ready to move on to the second half here. So Harley, if you have your pen and paper and you want to start that, you feel free to keep going. So the second part of this is I want you to write down 20 people that inspire and motivate you. 20 people. And beside each person, I want you to think of 3 or more attributes that those people bring that help inspire you. So like an example would be Oprah. And it doesn't have to be actual human beings. So with this exercise, it can be fictional. It can be somebody in a book that you inspires you, and it could be a movie, somebody that inspires you in the movie and really helps move you. So it's not just people in real life, but Oprah is a good example. Three feelings that would sum her up would be compassion is a good one. Currently, it doesn't have to be currently. It can be in any time period. Any time period, fictional, non-fictional. Just 20 people. From your books, from movies, all that kind of stuff. Anybody that really touches you and you find inspiring and motivating. Well, beautiful thing you're doing here. I've got a few things going on here for healing today, even working on my little 5-year-old. We're also about to have a movie night, but I want to stop and say hey to everyone. I'll be back soon. Love what you're doing here, and pink looks lovely on you. Thank you, Harley. You have a good movie night with your babies, and you hop on. That's why I wanted to do the live video. I'll be saving it so that people can hop on and do the replay, because I did say 8 p.m. tonight, but my plans ended up changing, and it is, you know, I only have 2 days off, so I do like to try to fit some stuff in that isn't, you know, doing things online isn't, I like to try to get outside and do that kind of stuff. So you guys just let me know when you've completed the 20 people that inspire you, fictional or non-fictional, so movies, books, real people in real life. It's up to you. For me, I did a few people in my actual life, like friends and some people that really truly inspired me. I did that. I looked at people like Oprah and Gandhi and all Maya Angelou, a lot of those people that truly inspired me. Tony Robbins, those were some of the ones that I wrote down, and then I wrote attributes beside them. So at least 3. If you can do more than that, it's better, because then you start really scratching the surface and you start really getting in deep. And that's usually where the really good stuff comes out. And as you guys finish up, you just let me know. Well, I can see with the video on my computer that there's like a massive lag. What if you can't come up with 20 right away? No, it's hard. Keep going though. If you gotta think of books, if you gotta think of movies, if you gotta think of people in your life, really dig deep, because the purpose of 20 is it's not meant to be easy, because easy we kind of just rattle stuff off and we're not scratching the surface. So 20 really makes us dig deep, and as we start digging deep, we start really getting into the nitty-gritty good stuff. So keep going. Like, it's okay if you're drawing blanks. Like I said, this exercise for me, the two of them together, took me about an hour and a half. I think it was about 2 hours once it was all completely done. So there's no rush. There's no pressure here. Keep digging, you know, keep thinking of people. You know, there's Rumi, Oprah Winfrey, Gandhi, Tony Robbins, Neil Donald Walsh. I don't even think of him on the spot. He's pretty inspiring. I find a lot of us, when we start putting that pressure on ourselves, we kind of start to draw blanks, but there's plenty of people. The memory part, yes. So that's a lot of us have a hard time when we're put on the spot and we feel a pressure, which is, you know, a pressure that we're putting on ourselves to try to, you know, be done at a specific time. It's not easy. It's definitely got to feel through it. It was very hard for me. There was lots of people that I had a hard time thinking of. Einstein, he's very inspiring. You know, there's political people, if you're interested in that. You know, there's Brandina Marie for me was one. Shannon Murray was one for me. A lot of people in my life that are mentors or guides. I had my best friend Rosie as one. It doesn't have to just be people in real life now. It can be people, you know, backwards in time. Hard to have patience to do tasks. Well, take a deep breath, because I promise you, once you've finished the 20 people, that's when you're gonna learn your driving needs, and it'll be a simple exercise after that, and it'll probably really surprise you. People don't like to take time. No. But sometimes, you know, the best things are worth the time. Yep, I like to dive in. Ellen DeGeneres, that's another really good one. Mother Teresa, that's a good one. Who else? The person I did this with, one of their people was Samwise Gamgee from Lord of the Rings. Like, it's whoever, you know, feels good to you, who inspires you in some way. Well, Disney, he's pretty inspiring. Helen Keller. Nelson Mandela. If you Steve Jobs. Some people find Steve Jobs. Okay. Eckhart Tolle, pretty inspiring. Melody Beattie, I don't know why I wasn't thinking of any of these people all the time. Hi, Caradwin. Jim Carrey, some people find him inspiring. How you guys doing? Are you halfway there? Halfway where? We're doing an exercise for driving needs. We're about 3/4 of the way through, so you'll have to catch the it was too fast. There's no such thing as too fast. 5 more to go. Wow, you're amazing, Jenny. Are we making a list? Yes. Cardone, you'll have to catch the first part of it. The first part was about instances in our life that made us feel successful and happy. Dividing our life into 3. I'm actually going to make a file for this for those of you that didn't catch the live. Wow, Lisa's on her last one. Alright, for those of you just hopping on, I am 3/4 of the way through the exercise, so you'll have to catch the replay or check out the files. I'm going to be creating a file that will guide you through the steps to help find your driving needs. I just wanted to jump on and do this live with a few people because I think that it's very, we'll have to be in and out anyways. Thank you for this, Janine. You're welcome. For me, it was a huge huge awareness for me. There was a lot of driving needs that I have that I didn't realize. Okay, Sandra's ready. So Sandra, on your spare piece of paper, like on a spot on your paper now, you're going to start a new section and you're going to start writing down repeating words in the areas of your life that you were successful and proud, and in the people that you find inspiring. And for each one, you're going to create a column of like words. You know what I mean? Like pride. Anything that is associated with proud is going to be in one list. Anything that's worthy is going to be in another list. So you're gonna compile this list and start narrowing it down to things that are core values for you. For me, I'm going to read mine out just so you guys kind of have an idea. Control. So a lot of my words had to do with control. Worthiness was another feeling that came up for me in this exercise. So worthiness is a driving factor for me. Fierceness is a driving factor for me, which I didn't realize I needed to feel fierce. Connection is a driving force for me. Compassion is something that repeated probably about 9 times in my exercise, so it's very important to me. And accomplishment, I have to feel accomplished, some sense of accomplishment. So those are my 6 driving needs out of all the, I had some other words that came up and just didn't feel as important to me. So with this exercise is making you aware of common themes. So worthiness, power, any of these things are driving needs that we need. Sense of control, sense of security, any kind of feelings that go underneath that, you're going to make a column and put those words, and you're going to start crossing them off under the people, 20 people, and under the instances until you've gone through all of them. The ones that repeat the most are your driving needs. These are things in our life that, like for me, if I don't have control, I have a hard time, which is funny because when you're manifesting, that's exactly what you need to do, is give up your control of the outcome. You have to know the outcome, but you have to give up your control of how you get there, which is hard for me. I have to always feel worthy. I have to feel some sense of fierce, but I would say not as much as compassion is incredibly important to me. I would say in a partner, if a person isn't compassionate in some way, I have a hard time with that. Accomplishment is something that, drives me. I have to have some sense of accomplishment in my life. Now you should be able to narrow it down to about 6. If not less. So it's a fairly simple exercise. It's nothing, earth-shattering. I just really felt like sharing it because it helps us become aware of if we're missing something at work in our life, whether it's we're not feeling worthy or we feel like we have zero control and we're having a hard time. This can help us become aware of ways to, shift our realities in order to help accommodate these driving needs. Focusing on where we do have control at work, where we are worthy. These kind of things can really help us shift and make, our life a lot easier, because they are actually so subconscious that we're reacting and using them all the time. Hence, my books are an example of that. Reading half a book and putting it down, I didn't think that was a big deal, but apparently it's a control thing. I definitely got a nudge from Spirit to share this, so I feel like some of you are definitely, especially if you ended up on the live video, might have needed to know this, especially during this time of retrogrades. I feel that it helps us understand, you know, some of our mechanisms that we react and move through a little bit further and a little bit deeper psychologically. We can kind of understand and look back at instances where we started reacting maybe like a little bit rashly, or we noticed our behavior was a little bit more extreme. We can look and see that, you know, some of our driving needs weren't met in that situation, and that's probably where we were responding subconsciously to. I find it very fascinating that our mind works in fantastic ways like that. We're pretty magical. So let me know when you're done, and let me know if you had any ahas, or if you feel like sharing your driving needs. That would be fantastic. There's no pressure for that. So if I use a lot of compassionate words, does that mean that I need to be more compassionate or want more? It means that compassion is important in your life. You need some sense of compassion, whether it's you need to be compassionate towards others, whether it's your partner needs to be compassionate, or it just needs to be in your life in some sort of form. Which is, you know, one of my driving needs. For me, it's I need to always be compassionate in some way. That is a driving need for me. It's important. It's a core value. It's something that if I'm not being compassionate, I don't feel okay. I don't feel, and it goes down to, you know, worthiness. I don't feel worthy if I'm not being compassionate. These are what help make up, you know, our psychological persona. So compassionate is a driving need for you. If somebody, you know, a partner of yours was, you know, the exact opposite of compassionate, you're probably not going to get along that well. Because it's a driving need for you. So subconsciously you're not gonna vibe. Hi, Lanny. Okay, I live by myself and I'm not around too many people. So maybe adjusting your life so that you can maybe give back to people online. I give out lots of compassion online. I created the compassion calling. Isn't that so weird? That was a big whoa moment right there when I just said that. I didn't realize that. Wow. I know it's a little bit slow going when we're doing it through a live video, and we kind of feel like there's a lot of pressure and whatnot, I just really felt guided to do it live in person with people. So here I am. I will be creating a file so that it can essentially be shared. Compassion or gentle and gentle are two of my words. Wow, gentle is a driving force for you. That's powerful. Wow. I will be, as I continue to do this neurolinguistics and cognitive behavioral and life coaching, hypnosis, past life regression. I'm doing all of these courses here up until January 2019 is my goal to be finished some of these. Once I start fully getting active, I'm going to have all kinds of these exercises. Some of them I will be offering on Tranquil Rose Healing. For those of you that don't know, I have my own business page. And I will be going through certain exercises that will be, it will be like a donation kind of idea or a setup for a course. Because this is going to be something that I shift into my purpose. So being a healer is, you know, my soul's purpose. It's all over my chart. It's taken me a while to get there. Happy, strong, contentment, and imagination are my others. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. So as I move into this, I'm transitioning now into really starting to live my purpose. I'm going to be applying for a healing position part-time at my acupuncturist. Because compassion, we do not advertise. I'm only advertising in the sense that if you want more of this kind of stuff, you'll have to come over to Tranquil Rose Healing if I'm going to be charging for it. I will still be sharing a lot of stuff, a lot of healing and whatnot here in Compassion Calling because it's my heart, it's my soul. I love you guys all so very, very deeply. So I will be looking forward to helping you guys with more awarenesses, more healing. The reason that I took these courses was inspiration, first of all. You know, the universe was, you know, guiding me towards it. But it's also this sense of I don't just want to be just an energy healer. I want to help people on mind, body, and soul. So I've been contemplating on shifting the name of my page to Mind, Body, Soul Healing. I'm just not sure yet. So stay tuned because there's going to be tons and tons of healing things. That's so sweet. I look forward to following you. Thank you so much, Lisa Marie. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to being able to help people, you know, shift through some of these awarenesses. I found once I knew these driving needs, I was able to see in my life where I've not had them met. Like I really started to go in deep, and I find with this Venus retrograde right now, with the which I'm getting deeper into astrology too, with this Venus retrograde, which, you know, on Wednesday we're going to be moving out of Scorpio and into Libra. So out of the underworld, but right now we're still in the underworld. We're doing this deep healing. I found that this exercise really helped me to reflect in different areas in my life where these things weren't met. Creative, intelligent, happy, and compassion. Wow, those are powerful driving needs. I like your kind, understanding manner. Thank you. Those are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful driving needs. I love that we're all so unique. Like I love that, you know, each one of us has our own code and our own, you know, belief system. Yes, I need to sit and think about my direction because I'm so scattered and lost right now. Thank you for this. Well, this will help you to evaluate as you're, you know, thinking of what you're going to shift and do in your life. You know, understanding your soul purpose. You know, a great person to really help you with that is Lunar Ladies online. You can look them up. Shannon Murray, she gives a soul purpose series. It's $97 for a month for 3 months, and she will give you a completely broken down chart and help you understand your soul purpose. And it really helps you understand what you bring into this world astrology wise, if you're needing that guidance. But truly, we know it deep down. We have an understanding since we were kids. It's like we get into this whole society thing where we feel like this is what I should be to be accomplished, not what feels good and what feeds my soul. That is what's important. So when you see these driving needs and you're thinking about a current position possibly that you're going to take, yes, Shannon Murray is like my heart and my soul, my huge mentor. So when you're looking at these positions and you're looking at these driving needs, do you think that they'll be met in this position, is a great way to focus and truly think about whether you'll be happy or not. Like, I just find the whole thing incredibly fascinating. It was all kind of tripped off by my weird reading half a book and putting it back, because I do it like numerous times. So I'm really glad that the exercise happened. It really truly helped me during this time of, you know, deep diving and all this subconscious work that we're doing, and all these DNA activations and growth that we're going through right now with the Venus retrograde. So I'm really, really glad that you guys did this with me. I think that's everybody. I think is there anybody still working through it that would like to share? Because I don't want to jump off when you're still working through it, because that's not me. And yes, Christy, I agree. Shannon Murray is, she's powerful. She's a huge mentor. Love her site. Lunar Ladies Online. I'm in her private group. She offers a private group where she does some extended master classes and all kinds of stuff that I'm kind of taking, and she guides me personally one-on-one a lot too, with my understanding with astrology, because I can't seem to get enough of it. So I'm interested. One of my courses that I'm taking is, comes down to my driving need, accomplishment. I need a sense of accomplishment, so I'm always doing stuff to try to better myself. I chose cosmobiology, which is a form of astrology where we do midpoint astrology, which I'm not quite sure what the whole thing is about, but definitely diving in deep. And I will be talking with Shannon Murray personally about, you know, my awarenesses and my learnings in this astrology. Because, you know, she's been doing astrology a long time, and she's interested. So, well, it's okay, Jennean. I think I need more time to practice. Absolutely. So what I'm going to do is create a file. I don't think that you need to practice. I feel like that's the wrong word, because what you want to do is really maybe take the pressure off without being on a live video, and really have your own time to really dive in and just see what comes up, because that's what you want to do. You don't want to contrive anything. You don't want to think of the best answer. That's not what you're trying to do with this exercise. You're really just trying to let things surface that are driving needs for you. There's subconscious, you know, needs that you. So when you think of the 20 people, you're coming up with people that you are naturally attracted to because of their traits. You're attracted to their traits because they're driving needs for you. So it's a very, very big subconscious thing that we go through. So it looks like we're all pretty good. I'm gonna hop off for now. I'm gonna go to the movies or go do something. Get my butt out of the house now that I've cleaned it like an OCD maniac. I'm really, really proud of all of you that jumped on into this with me. I'm so grateful that you're here with me. I look forward to being able to share some more awarenesses. There's been some really, really great things that I've learned through neurolinguistics programming, like future pacing and stuff, that I'm going to go through some exercises once I'm done the course. I want to wait till I'm done to truly go through these things, but I will be guiding and offering some mind, body, soul healing over the next year. So have a great day. It's 4:50 here on the West Coast. And thank you for watching. Also, feel free to invite anybody to the compassion calling that you feel might vibe with what we've got going on here with our card readings and our psychic development courses and all that kind of stuff that's been going on. Lots of mentors here. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's about 6 of us who mentor. We're all open to, you know, questions, all that kind of stuff. So anybody that feels like they have a friend, please, you know, this is a 100% safe and supportive environment for you to grow your spiritual gifts into your spiritual path, find your soul purpose, and just to truly be in a space where you can share and feel the love and light. So love you guys very, very much. Tune into Tranquil Rose Healing if you're interested in possibly doing a few more of these exercises, because I'm probably going to shift over to that page a little more often, just because I feel the universe is guiding me there. So I'm going to listen. I've learned over this year. So have a great night, you guys. Bye. Love you.